I have a question for all of you anime-only watchers. Did you notice the pacing? Now, I bet you're wondering right now, all of you anime-only watchers, you're probably loving this episode. I want to be honest. You're probably loving it. I want to say right now, I enjoyed the episode too. But I bet all of you anime-only watchers are like, oh my god, there's so much happening, so the pacing has been sped up and stuff like that. Well, yes, you got that right. They actually skipped quite a few things in this episode. Now, it can be considered, I guess, not important or important. It depends on your entire take. I'm fine with certain things being skipped if it's nothing important. Just, there's some things that they skipped. It kind of bugs me a little bit because they've been so good so far from the series, and they've really stuck true to the light novels that they decided to start skipping things on episode 8 of SAO2, which has me quite worried. I'm not saying this episode's bad, remember that. By no means is this episode bad in my eyes. I'm just going to point out the things they skipped because they're not going to go back to it. They're not going to go back to the things they skipped. Okay, so when the Bullet of Bullet started, this tournament started, you had it to where Kirito drops in, you find his location, and then all of a sudden he looks at his satellite map. You have that in the light novels, and he figures out all the locations of everybody, and he tries to hunt someone down, and he instantly runs for the first person 1,000 meters away from him. That's what Kirito does when he first gets into the game, and they completely cut this out. When he runs for the enemy, he takes like an enemy down, and he goes for another one, and then pretty much after that, he goes to Shion. They skipped quite a few fights in that section because that entire bit was meant there for the tension and the buildup of the satellite. Now, in this episode, they reveal that the satellite can be used every 15 minutes to show the location of all the players in the tournament, this battlefield. And pretty much, Kirito reveals that he was swimming underwater, which, I want to be honest right now, that swimming underwater part, what the fuck? A1 Pictures. Why are you turning Kirito into a trap? I know you want to please trap service and stuff, but it wasn't like that in the light novels. I don't remember that entire beginning part, like right at the beginning of the episode, where Kirito does this little pose thing and you see sparkles behind him. I don't think that happened at all in the light novels, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time. I don't remember that happening. So, they're adding in certain scenes specifically like that that kind of agitates me a little bit because it really downgrades Kirito's character because it'll cause people to say, oh, here we go, how are we supposed to take, Kirito seriously if he looks like a fucking trap and he's trying to act like a girl? Just, I understand what they're doing for comedy reasons, but damn, there's no need of that. I mean, why would you put a scene like that in, but you decide to skip that fights, the little fights that Kirito did, like, right at the beginning when the tournament started. Another thing, too, is that entire scene underwater, when you saw Kirito reveal he took off his armor. Technically, that did happen in the light novels, that did exactly happen, but there's a lot more build-up to that section in the light novels. For instance, with the light novels, you had the slow build-up of where Death Gun was. Like, where is Death Gun? Where is he out on the map? I can't find him. Because you had Kirito trying to find out specific people on the map, and he noticed a couple people were not appearing on the satellite on the map. And then it came to the conclusion after, Tyre swimming underwater and Shion talking to him, that, you could hide from the satellite's viewing data if you hide under something, like in the water. And so, that's exactly what happened, and I kind of hate how they destroyed the build-up into that entire scene in this episode. They really did. I understand they're trying to make it faster and try to appeal to anime-only watchers, but they, so far, from this episode, they haven't skipped character development. They haven't technically skipped character development, so thank God they haven't done that. If they only skip this part, I think it'll be fine. It kind of bugs me a little bit they decide to do that, but I mean, it's nothing important. So besides that, the episode, what did it accomplish? What did this episode do? Okay, so we have right at the beginning, we have Kirito and we have Shion talking right before the tournament, and you have Kirito getting his information from Shion, figuring out the rules of the tournament, where everybody spawns, so forth, so on. And we find out this entire map is fucking massive, like really freaking massive. It's like a giant lost city in the center, has deserts, has a bridge, has a forest, has everything, and it's a massive map for 30 people. And so you gotta think about this. I mean, a good thing a satellite is there, because, I mean, if it wasn't, you'd be spending like 2 days trying to kill everybody off. Thank God they only have one life. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the big thing that pops up with this episode. Pretty much they revealed that you can hide from the satellite in this episode. How long can you hide from the satellite? That's the big question. I mean, can you just hide underwater somewhere under something for a long time and pretty much you'll never appear on satellite? Do you have to move? Or will you eventually appear on satellite? Is there like a repercussion of hiding from the satellite? That's the big thing we need to bring up right now. The other thing is did Death Gun really kill that person? Like, right at the end, before cliffhangers, before he shoots the person, do you think Def Gun's about to kill that person in real life? That's the big thing we gotta wonder, too, because you see him doing, like, this, you know, like, the Jesus cross, like, he's doing this, and then all of a sudden you see him pointing his gun at him, about to shoot him, so you gotta think real quick, like, is he going to die? Is that person going to die? Can Def Gun really kill this person? I'm guessing this is going to be the prime example of, can Def Gun kill players? That's exactly what this scene is probably going to emphasize in next episode. So, personally, the episode was enjoyable. I enjoyed it as a light novel reader. I did. The only thing that really bugs me is that they tried to make Kirito look like a trap, like a female. That wasn't completely just emphasized in the light novels. It wasn't. At first, yes, it was. I mean, the entire misunderstanding with Shion and Kirito, fine. But with the fan service with Kirito and that, no, that wasn't technically there. So, it kind of upsets me how they're doing that, but that's the only thing. Honestly, actually, I kind of am more upset with that than I am with them skipping the beginning part. So, anyways, animation good, music is good, development is good, and we get to find out some different mysteries that are getting revealed. For instance, we have, Shion and we have Kirito forming an alliance. For instance, it looks like they're going to be working together because, I mean, if Shion wanted to kill Kirito, she could have easily shot him in the side of the head while he let his guard down. So you gotta like the entire bit with how they're forming an alliance, and most likely they might work together against Def Gun. We don't know. Also, Kirito almost let slip that pretty much he was an SAO. Pretty much he might as well have let that slip. And like I said, that's actually one other scene that had a lot more build up to it than this episode, which is fine. I'll let it slide for now. I'll let this episode slide. I will. If they continue it, though, if they skip over something major to the plot and character development, then I'll be one infuriated Chibi. I want to be honest, okay? But for now, it's good. It's in safe hands. Tell me your thoughts, everybody. All of you anime-only watchers, I know for a fact, most likely you enjoyed this episode because it was fast-paced, had a lot going down, a lot of action. I'm willing to bet it. But if for some reason you thought it was too fast-paced, then damn, that's not a good sign. But tell me your thoughts, everybody. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.